What's going on, guys? Justin, aka Straight Hacks, here for week one of the BTL, taking on one of my friends, my fellow mods, and one of the co-hosts of the Clodcast in Ben and the Sacramento Kingambits. Speaking of King Gambit, his first overall pick and the most threatening Pokemon on his team is the Tera Kingambit, obviously. The rest of his team consists of Slowking, Thunder Asterion, Clodsire, Fortress, Zarina, Gardevoir, Inteleon, Gengar, Magmar, and Beware. For those of you who didn't see our draft analysis, our team consists of Tornadus, Great Tusk, Terra Superior, Mew, Rotom Heat, Terra Lucario, Toxapex, Mega Gyarados, and Golem. Um, now let's show you what we're bringing to take on Ben. First up, we have our Great Tusk booster energy with a Protosynthesis ability, Earthquake, Ice Spinner, Temper Flare, and Bulk Up. We are running a booster speed Great Tusk, and to do so we ran max speed and only 4 investment in attack, but also 248 in HP and 4 in special defense. I figured the +1 speed plus a bulk up with Earthquake. Earthquake hits everything not named Thunderous for and Serena for at least neutral. Obviously, the Gambit can Terra, so depends on what that Terra is gonna be. But +1 Earthquake does big damage to his entire team outside of that. But for that Thunderous, we have Ice Spinner, and Temper Flare is there for the Fortress for the most part. Otherwise, everything else pretty much gets Earthquake. Maybe the Beware can get Temper Flared, or depending on the Gambit's Terra. But for the most part, it's going to be Earthquaking everything that's not named Thunderous or Zarina. Our second team member is our Heavy Duty Boots, Levitate, Rodom, Heat, Overheat, Volt Switch, Will-O-Wisp, Defog, 248 in HP, 252 in special attack with a modest nature and 8 in special defense. Their best check to this, I guess, would be Thunderous, but Overheat does a lot. Volt Switch does a lot to Slowbro. Overheat, it's probably Clodsire actually, but I don't think they really want to be taking damage on Clodsire necessarily if they don't need to. Obviously, Overheat for the Fortress and the Zarina, and just Volt Switching in and out on things. Will-O-Wisping if we're on a Gambit, and defogging away any hazards they might want to set up. Our third Pokemon is our best check to his Thunderous Therian. That's Assault Vest, Synchronized Mew, Ice Beam, Earth Power, Flamethrower, Volt Switch, 248 in HP, 252 in special attack with a modest nature and 8 in special defense. We take 2 comfortable hits from the Thunderous and 2-hit KO with Ice Beam in return. Earth Power hits the Gambit if it doesn't Terra. It also hits the Clodsire and the Magmar. Ice Beam obviously hits the Zarina and the Thunderous, as well as the Clodsire. Earth Power for the Gengar as well. Flamethrower hits the Gambit, same with Earth Power before Terra. Flamethrower also does a good chunk to Fortress and Beware, and then Volt Switch for some momentum. Our fourth Pokemon are our second Heavy Duty Boots Pokemon, Heavy Duty Boots Regenerator, Tornadus with Bleak Windstorm, Heat Wave, Knockoff, U-Turn, 8 in HP, 252 in special attack, 248 in speed with a timid nature. Lets us outspeed every Pokemon on their team, barring any Scarfers. Keeping up momentum with U-Turn. Bleak Windstorm hits everything for neutral except for the Gambit, I believe, and the Thunderous. Heat Wave there for the Fortress if we need to click it against it. Knock off to get rid of any items, and U-Turn to keep up momentum. I was debating bringing like Psychic for the Clodsire, but even then, it doesn't take a lot. So we decided against that. Next up, we have our Terra Stellar Superior, Leaf Storm, Terra Blast, Leech Seed, Substitute Leftovers with a contrary ability, 240 in HP, 232 in speed with a timid nature, and 28 in speed F. Substitute Leech Seed is to help take on the Clodsire if that's what he wants to switch in against us. Leaf Storm, obviously, because the Clodsire is unaware, so us boosting ourselves with Leaf Storm and Terra Blast Stellar, not going to do much. But if the Gambit Terras, then a Terra Blast Stellar will not only hit it super effectively, but also lower our stats, which obviously, with a contrary ability, will in turn raise our stats instead. So yeah, that's Superior. What Superior is going to be doing this week. And finally, we have our Mega Gyarados, obviously holding the Gyarados site with the currently Intimidate. Obviously, will be Mold Breaker after it megas, but I want to make sure I have it Intimidate. And oh, do I want? Let's see here. If we want Gyarados to sweep, I think Intimidate's better here because getting it in on something like a Gambit to Intimidate could be good. But regardless, we have Waterfall, Crunch, Dragonite, Substitute, 248 in HP, 12 in defense, and 248 in speed with a Jolly Nature. We want to be able. This will enable us to set up substitutes on things like Slowking, like Clodsire, like Fortress. Slowking's best move to hit us when we're not Mega is Psychic, but if you click Psychic, obviously he's risking us clicking Tera, the Mega Evolve, becoming a Dark type. Clodsire's Poison Jab never breaks our sub. Gunk Shot will, but obviously if he's Gunk Shot, he has to hit the Gunk Shot. Fortress's Volt Switch will break our sub, but nothing else it does. Unless we are Mega, then any Bug move obviously will break it. And we get up a free +1 on basically any of those Pokemon. And Waterfall plus Crunch hits their entirety of their team for at least neutral. And just looks like a good time if we can get set up. So that being said, those are the 6 Pokemon we're bringing to take on Ben in week 1 of the BTL, and I will see you guys for the battle. What's going on, guys? Just in case, Stray Hacks here, about to get into week 1 of the BTL, the battle against Ben. One quick update, we did change out Substitute on Mega Gyarados for Temper Flare, and we changed it to more offensive with 252 attack instead of HP as we get into this battle here. I just felt like it looked really good offensively also, so we decided to go with offensive instead of defensive. We just sent the challenge now. And let's get into it. He has Tera fighting Kingambit. Okay, interesting. I was more expecting Tera flying or something like that, but fighting works too. Okay. I think our best lead is just going to be Tornadus. Actually, Tera fighting, I might want to save Tornadus around just because it's Tera fighting. So if he ever Terras, Tornadus actually looks really, really good against it with the Bleak Wind. But I still want to lead Tornadus. It's bad for us if he leads Thunderous. Anything else I think looks okay for us. We can just knock off or do turn out. Okay, so Slowking, we're just going to knock Slowking off. Let's see what he has. Heavy Duty Boots, okay. Ice Beam. That does a lot. And we get Frozen. Okay. So Ice Beam, that did 73. So he's got some, he's like max special attack modest, it looks like. Yeah, wow, okay. In that case, I'm just going to go into Mew. I know it's more here for the Thunderous, but okay, that's fine. That is fine by me right there. Thankfully, our Tornadus has Regenerator and get our health back. Unfortunately, that freeze sucks, but hopefully we can thaw out whenever we come back in. I guess one question I have is, does Heat Wave thaw? Thunderous is going to come in, which is perfect for us because this is actually our check to Thunderous. He doesn't know that though. He's going to Thunderbolt. It does nothing. Or Ice Beam does 82%, and we freeze. Okay, we get a freeze right back with our Ice Beam. Okay, if he thinks Ice Beam's coming out, I'm just going to Flamethrower. Unless, okay, he gets to Slowking. That's fine. That was just in case anything else came in. I'm going to Volt Switch. I wonder if he just chilies out. What do I want to do here? He could just Scald. I feel like he just chilies out, though. I don't know. What's my best play here? I'm just gonna go back to Tornadoes. I want to see what he does. Future Sight. Okay. What do I think he does here? I think he either Ice Beams again or just clicks Chili. I think he knows I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go to Gyarados. He's gonna Scald. Okay, that's fine. No burn, please. Okay. I'm actually gonna Mega and D-Dance. He's gonna go to Fortress. Okay. This way the Future Sight won't hit us because we're Dark type now. If he has a max defense, this has a roll to kill. Otherwise, this guaranteed kills. Okay, there he goes down. So the Fortress is going to go down to the Timber Flare. This is big for us. Our Gyarados looks so good here. This is exactly the spot we wanted to be in with it. And thankfully we didn't get burned by the Slowking Scald, because that would have been really bad. But we're looking good right now. See, he says he forgot to switch the item. I assume it was meant to be Akaberry. That sucks. I'm gonna ask him. Is it gonna be Akka? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He said he was gonna be Akka, but it was more, he said he was more for Temper Flare Tusk than Gyarados. But yeah, that is rough. And I don't know what he does here. Like, this is a really, really bad spot for him. He's gonna go to Beware. I actually don't kill him with anything. I'm gonna go for the flinch. Return. Does that kill me? It does. Okay. That sucks. But I think we're still alright. How much does he do to a +1 defense Great Tusk? 13 to 16. What if he's max? Let me look at max attack. 16 to 20 with max attack return. What's his answer to a +1 Great Tusk here? How much do we do to Slowking? A +1. Oh, a lot. Yeah, if he's just max HP, we do a lot. Do we just go for it here? How much do the problem is? I think the problem is the Tera fighting on the. Where's it? Tera fighting on the Gambit. Yeah, we don't kill, but it doesn't really 2-hit KO us either. We get our speed boost. I'm gonna get my booster, obviously we get our booster speed. I'm gonna bulk up. Return does 35. Okay. Does that mean he's like probably choice banded? Okay. So if I get to +2 defense, so 24 to 29. What does he do against me at that point? I don't think much. I think this is it. I think I just need to get here. He's going to click return, no crit. Okay, 29%. The Earthquake, take out the Beware. Slowking. Okay. If he's just max HP, because it looked like he was max special attack, I think this should kill. Sweet. That's big for us. Thunderous. We're going to Ice Spinner. Take that out. Clodsire. Does Earthquake take it out? It does. And Kingambit. Supreme Overlord. This Sucker Punch never kills me if he even... So that doesn't matter. I assume he teras just not to be weak to the Earthquake, but... Even Terra fighting, we do 68 to 80. So as long as he doesn't... I mean, I think this game's over regardless of what he does here, because we have Rotom Heat, which never dies to anything this does. This +2 Sucker doesn't even kill us. It won't give it here, at least. Earthquake does 59%. He's going to Swords Dance. But I don't think +2 Sucker Punch ever kills us from this range. Yeah, no. Okay. We're going to take a big 5-0 win against my good friend Ben week 1 again. Sorry about the hacks. We kind of traded back and forth with the Ice Beams, but yeah, the not having Akka there kind of was rough for him. Not that I don't know how much it really mattered at the end of the day, but still GG's to Ben, and I will see you guys for week 2.